Another issue is organizations don't have a clear view of the user. Can you expand on the implications of that?
Yeah. Look, in the end, when we think about identity, right, we talked about how identity is really important. When you know a customer so well, I mean, we have to do things like know your customer for anti-money laundering, right? But if we actually take that and really think about it, our job is to establish, build, and maintain trust with our customers. And organizations, they also have to deal with fraud. And so if you think about it, if I really know you as a customer so well, I can know when it's not you, when it's someone bad trying to do something with your account. But if I know you also really well as a customer, could I not serve you better, make things more efficient with mobile apps? And maybe even if there's a safe way of doing it and it's not too creepy, like promote other products to say, hey, did you know we have this service? Because it looks like you might benefit from it because we know you so well. So what Transmit has done that I think is really interesting is as we've orchestrated a lot of these silos, right? When you open up a bank account, you as Evie gets split into all these different systems, right? So to get a single view of you, you have to orchestrate all this, and that was kind of Transmit's first foray into this world. And when I was a Gartner analyst, that's what put them on my radar. When I started to see how they were solving these big issues, and as time has gone on, we've helped clients, make those identity interactions much more smooth, but also we're looking at fraud. As we talked about earlier, those identity threats, we can't just focus on productivity and making things easier. We have to be very much aware that at any time someone can steal your identity and try and, funnel money to one account or another. And again, if we stick to the mission that we believe in, that's making it, enabling our customers to understand their customers, then we can predict and we can know when there's fraud that's going to happen. And it doesn't get in your way as a customer, but it also protects you at the same time.
We have all these legacy technologies. What's the path forward that you can tell our audience?
Yeah. No, that's a great question. So as we mentioned, the culprit for a lot of these identity attacks is actually what Gartner is calling legacy technical debt and technical debt with IAM systems. Every organization, all of our customers, they all have legacy debt. And we can't just rip it out and move to a new solution as much as a lot of providers want them to do that. We have to have a nice path into this new world. And we have to solve these problems now because one, we talked about identity threats, but the next thing that we'll just tease on and touch on that we didn't really cover is cyber resilience, right? So we're here in Singapore. There's a major provider that has had multiple outages, and the culprit is the legacy technical debt from the identity system, which is using technology from almost 30 years ago, right? That phone is not 30 years old, right? And so in order to move on, we have to bridge into this new world where the systems are resilient. So for example, we have cloud. So you should have an active environment where you can deploy, say in Google Cloud and in AWS. And let's just say if Google Cloud went down, you should be able to move over very quickly to that other instance. And if these providers, say in this region, were using this, customers wouldn't even know if there was an outage. And it's really important that, yes, there's security, but as we mentioned, digital identity is really important. This is critical infrastructure. Like you can't bank, you can't do government services, right? And so it's really important that we do this. And the last thing I'll say is we have to, because regulations are coming for cyber resilience, and to rely on 30-year-old technology when it's going to be 2025 soon, we should be thinking about 2030. We can't rely on these old systems anymore. So
We need to be evolving.
exactly.